Hi, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. Boy, it is so nice when form connects me or one of my students to function, where form is not just a dogma that's handed down because an authority said to do it a certain way, or form is something that's sort of clung to and tried and just to perfect in itself, or I don't know, we just think of form as coming from elsewhere. And when you can feel a functional improvement in terms of your training goals, when you adhere to a certain form correction or form aspect, boy, it's really great. Like just today I was talking with my student Tim, and we were talking about one-leg balance, and he, like me and like most of my students, would like to improve our balance, especially as we get older. And one of the components of balance is some core strength, and another is good alignment. And one exercise that I like to do that I've probably talked about a few times here is that I like to just stand on one leg or the other for a specified amount of time. Like I might be watching a video or something and say, okay, for the length of this video I'm going to be standing on one leg or the other. If I get a little wobbly or lose my balance, however, I just transfer to the other, but I'm always on one leg or the other. And you can do that with more or less joint suspension if you want to include that, or you can do it where you actually hop from one leg to the other so that you're never with both feet on the ground. Even for a split second you hop to the other leg. There's just ways you can challenge yourself, but the main thing is just spending time balanced on one foot. It's not enough to be able to stand on one foot. It's not enough to know how. You have to do it, and you have to do it regularly if you'd like your balance to improve, especially under pressure. So I was encouraging him to do this to maybe while you're cooking or waiting for something to boil or whatever, I don't know, just little pauses in daily life, one leg or the other. And I especially like to do it when I watch a YouTube video or something. I don't like to just sit while I watch videos. I like to do something for myself as well, so that's relatively easy to do. So he was talking about how he was really kind of struggling and not doing so great at it. Then all of a sudden he remembered, tuck your hips a little bit and lift your chest. And right away he noticed, oh, it's not just that this is good to do, or that that this is a Tai Chi thing or just a balance thing, but that it actually improved his balance right away. Like he thought, oh, this isn't just a little thing. This actually makes this possible. That this makes this much more doable, and he could feel this functional improvement immediately. And I could see it too, like when he was describing it, all of a sudden his balance on one leg was much better. If you really feel that slight tuck of the hips and slight lift of the chest that elongates the spine, and feel yourself over your legs, over your center of gravity, the arms and even the free limb can be really loose and relaxed and can go all over the place. Either a little bit disconnected or in a more connected, doesn't really matter. They can do whatever they want because the leg is like a post and you're right over it. And there's a spring in that post, so it has some adaptability. And it's just really really good for balance to be able to do. But what I noticed was really nice and just nice to see, and I feel it in my own practice, are these moments when you make a correction that improves the function of the movement. Sometimes you don't have as clear a function, like if you're punching air and you make an adjustment that makes your air punch feel a little better, it's not necessarily that functional. But if you're hitting pads or a bag or something and you feel, you can feel your impact and you can feel how hard you're hitting or not hitting, and then you make an adjustment in your posture, an adjustment in your stance in some way, and all of a sudden, wham! You can feel that force, and it's like, wow, the function of hitting this pad just jumped up because I attended to something. Usually the similar thing. Long spine, low shoulders, sit into your hips. That's all really good stuff. So if you can feel that connection between the form adjustment and then the following functional improvement, it's really, really nice. Those are the kind of posture corrections and form adjustments that really tend to stick with me, and I tend to stick with my students as well, because you feel like, ooh, this isn't just something Gene said to do, or Gene's teacher said to do, or Gene's teacher's teacher said to do. This is something that I can feel right now, and there's that connecting moment between the form and what you're trying to do, which in this case is improve your balance. So I guess I'm just sharing that, and then encouraging you yourself to feel into those moments. It's quite nice to experience the bridge between form and function. I don't get too attached to function, because if you're just doing and just trying to get a result and never analyze your form, then you can get hurt. And likewise, if you just pay attention to form and don't really let go into the flow of function, you can either get hurt or you can end up very rigid, which can lead to being hurt. Whereas if you go back and forth a little bit between the two and notice those moments where they merge, it can really improve your practice. I did a video elsewhere about this, like attending to form is great unless you go too far with it. How do you know you've gone too far with it? You're not improving. You can see a level of improvement that's right in front of you, but you can't do it. So then maybe head more towards flow and just feeling the organic wholeness of it. How do you know when you've been doing that too much? You're not improving. There's something in front of you that you're not reaching. And so if you go back to form, chances are you might correct something that in the flow of the moment you didn't notice, and then that'll affect your form or your function in a positive way. So you go back and forth between form and function, structure and flow, and let your intuition guide you as far as which way to go, and it can be a real plus in practice. So Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com signing out. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of music videos, Tai Chi and nature stuff, and I also have a website, GeneBurnett.com. I got some stuff over there too. So thanks for watching.